Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will be looking at Jay and Brad apparently getting in a car with two Moroccan men, and if Lucy is working with Ayub, which is why she gets caught lying again. So the first thing that we are going to look at is two screenshots, one of Lucy's GoFundMe post and one which is a comment Lucy left on a Facebook post. And both of them basically say that she didn't meet Ayub herself. So, in the GoFundMe post, Lucy says he had met two people on Sunday night and left with them to go to their apartment. What Lucy is saying here is that Jay met Ayub and Rocky Sunday night and went back to the Airbnb, but Ayub clearly states that he had already met them on the first night of NRG through Brandon. First of all, Lucy doesn't mention Brandon in any of her posts and keeps his name out of everything, which means she was either protecting Brandon or she was told by someone that she can't mention his name. Secondly, Lucy says that Jay met two people on Sunday night. Again, she doesn't mention any names and makes it look like she doesn't know who these two men are. But the fact she says met on Sunday night suggests that Jay had only just met Ayub and Rocky on the night before he went missing. But this is a lie, because Ayub says that they kept randomly bumping into each other through their holiday. Lucy doesn't mention how they met, because it would mean that she had to say they met through Brandon, and she definitely didn't want to bring that up. But this is Lucy's side of the story, and the only reason we think they met up on the first night is because that's what Ayub has said. Could it be possible that they didn't meet up at all until Sunday night, and maybe Lucy is telling the truth, and Ayub is the one that's lying? Because there are no videos or pictures of them all together. Ayub has only showed us a video of the morning they went back to the Airbnb and a video of Jay with a Hennessy bottle. And in that video, it's just Jay on his own. Lucy, Brad, and Brandon are nowhere to be seen. Maybe Ayub has told Lucy to keep her mouth shut, which is why Lucy hasn't spoke about Jay for a long time, while Ayub has gone on a podcast and basically controlled the narrative by saying that he had already met up with Jay, Lucy, and Brad before Jay went missing, because Brandon introduced them to each other. This gives Ayub the chance to make himself look innocent, and it makes Lucy look like she's lied. But because Ayub or someone close to Ayub has told Lucy not to speak, she can't defend herself. It's one or the other. Either Ayub is telling the truth or Lucy is telling the truth. It's impossible for both of them to be correct. Then, we have a Facebook comment from Lucy again, saying that Jay went to the Airbnb with two people he had met on a night out. And she specifically says last night, which would have been the 16th of June, one day before Jay went missing. So what's the truth? Did they all meet up together before the 16th of June? Or did something happen on the night of the 16th which caused Jay to go to the Airbnb with Ayub and Rocky? That's what we need to decide. The next thing we are going to look at is someone saying that Jay and Brad got in a car with two Moroccan-looking people, and Rachel confirms that the same person who said this has helped the family out. Now, this is interesting, and we have looked at this before, but as we have seen, Ayub was driving a black car, not a silver one. At first, people thought it was Ayub and Rocky who Jay and Brad got in a car with, but it can't be them unless they changed cars before the 16th. Which is possible, we don't know for sure, but if Ayub didn't change cars, then we have Brad and Jay meeting up with people, and we have no idea who they are. The first question is, why did Brad and Jay meet with these two people? This just seems suspicious. Jay and Brad must have gotten a car with two Moroccan-looking people for a reason. You would only think it's to do with illegal substances. But that's just my first thought. Also, this person says two people who look like they're Moroccan. This could be Ayub and Rocky, and this person has just thought they were from Morocco, because he didn't say they definitely were. He just said they looked Moroccan. But if this is true, then Ayub and Rocky hired more than one car while they were together. Why would they need to do this? Personally, I think that Jay and Brad could have met up with different people and illegal substances were involved, along with Brandon and Lucy, or just Brandon. Because if Jay and Brad were on their own when they met these two people, then you could suggest that Brandon got them to meet and he wasn't there because he arranged it. But I could be wrong, and it could be Ayub and Rocky changing cars, which also shows they were doing something dodgy. But surely Brad knows what this person is talking about, and he hasn't spoke about it. Rachel definitely knows as well. But this is the only thing we hear about Jay and Brad meeting two random people. After this Facebook post, it was never mentioned again. One thing that stood out to me is what Rachel said in this post. She says, "Pass information on to me, and I'll assess whether it's of any use to us." Well, if this isn't Rachel controlling the narrative, what is? The fact she thinks that she should get all the information and decides if it's valid just shows that anything about Brad won't get passed on to anyone just to protect him. In my opinion, it's Warren and Debbie who decides if it's useful information, not Rachel. So let's go back to Lucy, because there is a couple more things I want to talk about. For a start, there's this message where Lucy is looking for an apartment to rent from the 28th of June to the 1st of September. This is over 2 months, but her family supposedly have a property over there, but instead she decides to rent somewhere. Makes no sense. The amount of money this would cost doesn't add up to a normal job. This was in 2023, so she would have only been 17 at the time. How does she have that amount of money at 17 years old? There is no way she saved money from working a normal job. After finishing school at 16, she had 1 year to save and go on a 2-month holiday, not to mention the other 20 holidays she had already been on. And we have all seen the list. I have no idea how she managed that. She also says that she would rather pay weekly, and we know most jobs pay monthly, so you can guess that she already had the money to pay for it. I can't understand why she didn't just stay at her family's property. Instead, she has enough money to rent an apartment for over 2 months. How many people do you know that can do that at 17 years old? I just don't buy it. Something isn't right here. The next thing I want to bring up is this comment on TikTok. Lucy says that she left Jay with his 2 best mates and 2 people he met there. We know the 2 people he apparently met there was Ayub and Rocky, and one of his best friends was Brad. But who's the second best friend? It would have to be Brandon, right? But hold up a minute. Lucy says she left Jay with Brad and his other best friend, which I'm assuming is Brandon. But didn't Ayub tell us that Lucy left with Brandon?
So, um, during that time, Lucy and my pal walked off to go. Like, I don't know if they went home or whatever. They were looking like, forgot something on the strip. I don't know.
This is another lie in the story. Again, it's either Lucy or Ayub that has lied. No wonder they had an argument. And I'm starting to think it wasn't a little one. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will update you as we find out more.